Hi, I'm Jeanette Summerville, Corrective Exercise Specialist and Myoskeletal Alignment Therapist, and welcome to my channel, Everybody Wins. You know, mobility, balance, and injury prevention all start with a strong stabilization system. So I am super excited. I know my clients have been waiting for this for a long time. I'm going to be sharing the videos of a program that I affectionately call Jeanette's Recipe to Longevity. But we also are going to make sure that we adapt them to your body because there are no cookie cutter exercises here.
They say it's kind of like a cookie cutter, that you gotta fit the mold. But I got something to tell you, no stutter. Try something new, don't stick to old. Then everybody wins.
So here's the formula for my recipe. I've broken it up into an 8-part video series, and what you're going to try to do is to do 2 sets of 10 repetitions of each of these exercises easily and pain-free. And if you're a beginner and not very mobile, just start out slowly, but you are going to notice that as you progress, you are going to have a tremendous increase in mobility and a reduction in pain. And going forward, you can build this into a program by adding bands and weights so that you can improve even more. Now, if you're medium to advanced, we're going to use this program to identify underactive muscles, overactive muscles, or imbalances. And that way you're going to prevent injury in the future, whether you're in a class or whether you're weightlifting or in a specific sport. And then later on, you can use it as a warm-up. So let's get started. Why does it feel like my head is approximately 42 pounds? We live today in a forward head posture society. We're on our phones, we are on computers, we sit in chairs that are a little bit too soft for us, and we end up having a lot of problems with our posture. So if you have migraines, if you have neck pain, if you have nerve compression, all of this might be coming from not having a stabilized spine. As we curve into this position, not only are we going to start to have pain, but all of our spinal muscles are going to lengthen. They're not going to be able to hold us up properly, and then we're going to have problems. So today's exercises are going to focus on spine stabilization. That can happen from the feet all the way up to the neck, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Now, we get a lot of pain in the lower back most of the time because our glutes aren't strong enough. So how do you sit down? Let's work on building up the glutes so that we can have strength and minimize the pain on our back. All right, so most of the time when people sit down, they sit down close to their chair because they're dependent really on the leg structure. So they sit like this, sometimes even jutting forward before sitting down. But we want to get to the point where we can have our feet out nice and far. Be careful when you practice this, and you want to be able to stand up from this position. Always check to make sure that your chair is right behind you. Okay, so we're going to do that exercise. I would recommend that after you get really good at it, you even do it from soft chairs, like do it at home from a sofa or a recliner. That's going to strengthen the glutes even more. The other thing is keep the feet nice and aligned, because if you are turning your feet out or you have one foot in front of the other, you're going to be depending on other muscles. You're going to be depending on the calf muscles. You're still going to be injuring the knee to some degree. Okay, so let's do 10 of those. Try to keep your posture up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this was even a good exercise. It may seem that it's very easy for you to do, but it's a good exercise to prepare you also for doing squats properly. The next exercise is similar to the sit-to-stands. They're Sumo sit-to-stands, and these are going to help you in real life because it's going to help with hip mobility. We have to get in and out of cars all the time. If at the beginning, just the first movement is difficult, practice with just that. You can take the leg in and out, try to get a nice high raise, a high rainbow on that leg. Once you feel that you have the hip mobility, you're going to add the stand to it. So let's get 10 of those. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's going to feel good when you're trying to get in and out of those low cars. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. By doing these single leg exercises, you're also going to start to notice where there's tightness or weakness. And that's going to be what we're going to start to focus on. You're going to get mobility, but you're also, when you notice you're going to have a weak side, which we're going to address in another video, you're going to make sure that you do a few extra on the side that is weak. That way we can build uniformity and we're going to reduce our pain. From nose to toes. So we know that feet are part of our stabilization system. And we're thinking about the feet, the ankles, the calves, they are all very important. So I addressed this in one of the other videos that you can watch for foot exercises, but you want to be able to go up onto your toes to maintain balance and stabilization. It's best to do it barefoot because then you're using a lot of the muscles of your feet. So try to get a good spread on the toes and watch your feet for uniformity, okay? Ankles have to be even with the toes. And you're just gonna raise up on the toes 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next exercise that we're going to do is pretty simplistic. I always tell clients to think about how much they normally have to carry on a regular basis. It could be gallons of milk, grocery bags, cat litter, and you want to go with as heavy of a weight as you can. Here I have 20-pound dumbbells, and this is going to help our spine. So and posture. Absolutely fantastic exercise. So you're going to roll the shoulders back, sit the weights back by your glutes, and all you have to do is just walk through the house. Just spend about, 2 minutes, 3 minutes holding that posture. When you start to feel yourself rolling forward, you're gonna reset, roll them back, let the weight pull you down, and you'll notice that's gonna strengthen the spine a lot. And you just keep a nice steady walk, focusing on your posture, focusing on your chin being up, not engaging the neck forward. The next exercises may seem easy, but if you are a person that's sitting at a desk all day long or you're on your phone all the time with that forward head posture, some of the spinal muscles may be in a very weakened condition, and it's going to be kind of difficult to do these exercises. What I want you to focus on though is when you're retracting the shoulder, you have to retract that shoulder blade. You don't want to just be retracting at the arm So you'll see what I mean when we go down to do the exercise. We're gonna start on our stomach, and especially if a person has shoulder issues, the easiest position to start is down here. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna alternate pulling the shoulder blade back with the whole arm. So you're gonna raise up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, you rest for a few seconds. We're gonna put the arms up into a field goal position. Make sure you're not retracting backwards because we're lifting at the shoulder blades. And you're gonna raise up, straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep a neutral neck. You don't want any strain on your neck by holding your neck upwards. Third position is going to be extending the arm straight over. Now that may be complicated for someone who has shoulder issues. So you're going to do our shoulder mobility exercises first, but if not, this is what you're going to progress to. We're going to add the glute and the leg raise at the same time. This is a contralateral move, but for the spine. You're going to lift 1, keep the arms up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if it's difficult for you to raise the leg, it may be that the glutes are underactive. So what you can do, what I have most people do, is just start to pump and activate your glutes. And you can do that by raising one at a time with a pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you'll be able to go into that next exercise. The last one is quite difficult for a lot of people. I tell them it's kind of like when you're skydiving, you're going to be lifting the upper body along with the lower body at the same time. So you're going to be raising up here, you're going to be raising the thighs off the floor, and you're going to look like you're skydiving. So I like to do about 5 of these. On the 5th one, we're going to hold in a 5-second position. So it'll look like this. 1, get the head up, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. And that finishes our leg and spine stability exercises. Were those exercises too easy for you? Well, don't forget, you can always add bands or weights to create more of a challenge. Well, what about if it was too difficult? Remember, never work through pain. But even if you had difficulty doing the exercise, just the attempt is going to make you strong. But if one of the modifications that we made to the exercise did not address your needs, make sure you leave a comment below and we're going to try to address that with some suggestions for you, or maybe we can even address it in a future video. And if you happen to be in the Marlton, New Jersey area, make a consultation appointment with me so that we can help work through some of these difficulties that you're having. If you're not in the area though, it would be a great idea if you saw a corrective exercise specialist so that they can help you with your needs and tailoring the exercises to your body. Remember, this is only part 4 of our 8-part series. So here's the playlist if you want to get the full recipe. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because we know that if you're watching this, you care about your body, and everybody wins.